morning everybody, and how are you? My name's Iris Smith and I'm the owner of a small business called The Flower Patch, where I make beautiful artificial flower arrangements for all occasions. Well, hello guys, I hope you're having a wonderful day. I hope it's not too cold where you are. If it is, wrap up. Thank you for all your wonderful comments. I really do appreciate them. Concerning the candlestick, I did get in contact with the customer, and she totally agrees that the dahlias didn't look right in them, so she said leave them out. So she's happy with what we've done. She's over the moon and she's coming to collect it today. So today I want to be making a wreath, and I'm going to do it on a 14-inch grapevine wreath. I've already placed my hook on it up above, ready, and I'm going to do it in greens and whites, or creamy colour. So, I think, one moment, I don't think I've got any wispy bits out, guys. I'm going to have to get some out. So, what I've already done a bow, and it's in like a sage green colour. I've done 4 loops of the 2.5 inch, which has got a beautiful just pattern of foliage on them, where it's got things like eucalyptus, ruscus, and it's also got fern, and I think some like filler foliage type thing. And then just a plain, is it 1.5 inch, yes, burlap sage green ribbon, where I've done 4 of each loops. I started off at 6 inch at the back, went to 5.5, and then this first green one I did 5.5, and then I went to 5, and then I did a 3 inch loop in the center, just with 2 tail ends, and the tail ends are 14 inch long. So, and the top ones here are 8 inch long. So that's the bow that we're going to do. For our foliage, we'll get right into it. For our foliage, I'm quite busy today, guys, so I've not really prepared. So my apologies, because I do swear by preparation, but today I've not. So if I get in a bit of a kerfuffle, it's because I've not prepared. So I've got some ruscus out. So I'm going to want to place in some ruscus as I like our backdrop, you know, for the foliage at the back. I'm not sure, I've looked, but I'm not sure whether I'm going to use the grasses. So, but I've got them out anyway. I've also got sage green Himalayan maidenhair fern. That's all I've got left of this. I need to reorder. And then I've also, for wispy bits in the foliage, got out some baby, boxwood. That I had to think then what it was called. And then I've also got out some stems of our, I think it's euphorbia, this one, but just on a bigger scale than the ones that I do have. So we've got those. That's all the foliage that I'm using. So I have got 1, 2, 3, 5 pieces of foliage. I usually say, you know, a minimum of 3, unless you just want the 1 type of foliage in your arrangement. So I've got out some peonies. I've got some, there's a white one in here for some reason. But I've got out some cream coloured peonies, or like a milky white as well. I've got some of those out. I have got, I can grab them, 5 white tulips. I thought, let's get some tulips in, guys. We've got to have some in. So I decided on those. And I found these in a bucket. Because we're doing the green, I found just some oddments of the green coloured hellebore. So I thought, well, with those last few oddments, I'll pop them in somewhere around the wreath as well. They're really pretty. And then I've got out some sage green, beautiful sunflowers. They are divine. I love the colour of those. As you know, green's my favourite colour, and they are pretty. And just for a few berries, I've got some of these. Were like a bluey green with a hint of pink in. I thought we could add the odd one of those in as well. But I do really need some wispy bits, so bear with me. And let's see what I shall put in. Oh, what's those? Oh no. Do I put the calla lilies in? Just the odd one. I might do that. Yes, let's just get the calla lilies out. They're always my saviour for my wispy bits. So we'll add a few calla lilies in as well. The white calla lilies with the green grass. So I may not need this grass because these have got grass in them. So we'll soon find out, guys. So I'm going to bring the camera down so you can see, and we will get cracking. So one moment again. So let's get it down and hope you can see from that area, or that angle should I say. So I'm considering with our bow, I've been having a look. I quite like it when it's just offset from the hook, or I may place it in the centre and do a waterfall effect just down here and have smaller tail ends hanging off of the end. So yeah, I may do that this time. So we'll place that in just, you know, along the way as we go. So I've got one piece here that we had yesterday from our ruscus. And I'm going to incorporate that, and I'm going to bring it round. I was going to do a full wreath today, but because I've got, you know, I'm quite busy and I've got a customer coming as well, I really haven't got the time to get a full wreath done. But I will do one. So let's see. Cut that one there. Do the same. Because I've placed that nearer to the outer side, I will place this one on more to the inner side. And do the same with this. It's just that seems to be going for a walk by itself. And I'm going to just again go to the bottom. Oh, it's turned over, look. It's done it again. So I may have to pull that off and reposition it. You may find that with some of your foliage. Right, so let's get a bit of glue on it and face it the way that I'd like it to face. Like so. So I'm going in a zigzag where I'm placing these. And because they're quite long, they do cover quite a good area. So I don't need to put them too close to each other. So I think I'll go for one more. So I've used 3 of these stems. I think I could do with one here actually. I'm just lifting them slightly up so they've got a bit of movement and volume. Do I place? Let's place that one in there. So then I haven't got any oddments. So we've got that there. So we've just got our greenery going all the way around. So I see I'm hanging on to the grass. Let's get some of our wispy bits in. Now I've got some on single stems here because I don't want them, because I did when I got all these, place some on the single picks. So let's get some in. I don't want great big clusters of them. Just want that wispy feel on the outer side. And I'm going to bring some in like a zigzag. That doesn't feel like it's grabbing to the grapevine, so let's just replace that one. That's better. So I hope you're all having a wonderful day, apart from maybe it's cold. Have you got anything specifically planned for this week? Anything great? Family time or creating? And welcome to all you new subscribers as well. It's very, lovely to have you on board. I find it really, exciting. I think I'm going to place one here. So welcome. I made place one on the end here. As well. So there are our wispy bits placed in. I'll put those on the floor in case I need any more. Just to give it that natural feel. So then we'll go with our Himalayan maidenhair fern, and I do this as well. majority of the time I place these on single picks as well, guys, because they go much further. So let's add in some of these as well. The colour is beautiful. Let's get a few out. I got these from a company called Wreath. They tend to just do a lot of artificial flowers in pots, you know, planters. They do the odd, you know, bunches like this. So that's not grabbed as either. So I do on the occasion get top up with these. And they are wired to about 1 inch away from the top. I'm still taking into consideration where I want my bow, and I want it around here. So I'm not really placing much here at the moment. Oops. So if you go in like a zigzag, that balances the placement out of your foliage. Gives it a beautiful look. More natural. Get the glue strings. So I've got that with our lovely Himalayan maidenhair fern as well. Again, a different tone of green. So we'll pop those there. I'm going to place in the bow before we carry on, which I want around here. And this is where I'm going to incorporate the bow. I don't mind that fern coming in. It's, you know, all being incorporated together. So I'm going to place my wire that I placed through the cable tie at the back in my weaving needle, bend the wire over like a U-bend. It's easier to pop it through your wreath. Once it's popped through, do the other one. Don't place it in the same position where you've just done that one, because you need the wire to grab to something to hold. Just turn it over. I can just unhook it. Right, I'm just going to do that one twist so I can then just get my bow in the position that I'd like it to sit before I tighten up my wire. I'm going to bring this one. I may just have them hanging. I quite like them when they're just hanging. So I'm going to now tighten it. Twist about 1 inch. I've got a little bit of, take that off. Oh, there's another one. If you find that your wreath is very thin or very gay, you know, got big gaps in, you can, and the, you know, some of your stems have gone through the back, cut them, you know, and also maybe place a bit of more glue in to secure them, and maybe a little bit of moss as well. So I've got one there that's popped up. So we'll just cut that. I haven't got my glue gun on today, guys, so I'm going to get a little bit of glue just to hold it in. You can take it back out and reposition it. So that is our lovely, I may bring that one down here so you can see them together. So that's our bow added in as well. It's very good ribbon. It's very, you know, good quality. It's quite thick and I like that. I've had ribbon before where it's very thin and it just doesn't, you know, sit in place. It's constantly flattens because it's not, you know, strong enough. But you know, at the end of the day, not everybody can afford good quality ribbon. And you see the good quality, you know, some ribbon where you get like jewels going down the centre. Oh, you don't have to buy them, guys. You can make your own. Get a silk ribbon as well as, you know, your normal ribbon that you're using. So like if it's a gold strand of something like beads, maybe about this wide, and just glue it in places going down the centre of your ribbon. And you create your own fancy ribbon. Right, I'm going to place these in as well. Give these, I'm only going to use 5. I'm just manipulating them again to give them that, not, you know, more of a natural look and feel to them. I do like these. I think they're quite pretty. I may bring that one here. I bend that one slightly, going there. It gives a bigger gap here. These are quite close, so bring them closer and have it here. And if I actually bend that one going out. Like so. It's a little bit wobbly actually, so let's get it placed back in. So I'm going to place one here. Because it didn't look balanced. These were quite close to each other, then a big gap there. So I will place it there. So that is what we've got at the moment, guys. Really pretty, just with the foliage in. Again, I will alter some of the foliage as it comes. So I don't need that. Right, let me get in my 3 beautiful sunflowers. So I'm going to place in, because there's 3, one here, and then one coming out the side here. So then they're all balanced out. So let's do the side one first to see. I'll take about that much off. Put a bit more glue on, because with it being top heavy. Is that too much? Yeah, that's too long, the stem. So if you find that the stem is too long, again, just pull it out. Just shorten it. That's better. I just want it sticking out from the side like that. I don't want it too far, because with the ruscus, again, we've created our structure or our line for our arrangement. I think that needs to go there, which looks really pretty. And I've made sure that things are, you know, going around the cell. We need just a little something behind this sunflower, just, you know, so it doesn't look like I've got a gap, because I can see you've got your, you know, your line from your structure of your ruscus here, then there's nothing there, and then the ruscus starts again here. So I need probably another piece of ruscus to go under there. So we'll do the same again with these. They're going on the inside, so I don't want them too long. And I'm going to place these around here and sit them up like so. Just push it a little bit more in to give it that more. And then I'm going to turn. If it's not moving, another tip is, if you feel that it's wobbling a bit, you can either get a bit of floral wire to hold the stem down and glue it a little bit more, and place some moss over the top so you don't see the white glue as it's dried, and do it like that. Or again, you know, or a small cable tie. I do have small ones in green, so you could use, you know, one of those as well. touch the leaf. And I lift it up so it's got volume. So we've got that. I'll keep an eye on that. In fact, I'll get a bit of wire. And I'm just threading it like through just a few of the pieces of the grapevine here and then twisting it on top. I'm not going underneath with the wire. And then just twisting it on top just to hold it down, because I think it's just slightly moving a little bit too much. So if I just move some of the foliage out of the way. And just see where the wire's going. Let me get my weaving needle, that'll help me more to see. And pull it through as well. Right, so I now pulled it through. I'm going to go around the stem. I'm just going to pull on the stem to give it that little bit extra support, and then just twist as you do with your bow. And because you know the wire is thin, you won't see it, and then I'll cut it off and then push it into the wreath. So that now is secure, and I'm happy that it's not, excuse me, it's not going to come out. So there we have those. Again, I've got my peonies. That's a white one, that shouldn't be in there. And I'm going to bring one here. So I'm going to do like a zigzag and then including the sunflowers as the zigzag. So I'm going to go one here, so out, in, out. That one I can't do nothing because it's on the top, on the inside, but it's sticking out. So we'll say that's it, but then I'll place one here and I'm there. I'm going to go around and just place these in again. So I'm going to bring one here. So I'm taking that one over there. Then the sunflower comes in. So then let's get another one. These have got foliage on, but I don't mind because that will add to our greenery. Go in, so we're coming out again around here. So we've created like a triangle with the three flowers, the peonies and the sunflower. So we've created that triangle. So I've got a bud here, so I could bring the bud in and do it that way instead. So I'm going out, in, out, then I'm going to go in, around our bow. So we've got a bit of floral on the inner side as well. Include that. Let me just turn it around, guys, so I can see. under the bow. Just see. Let me just get that wire off, guys, because I've just caught my thumb on it and it's just made me bleed. It's a wire from, I don't know, from the, I think from the wreath, as they wrap it with some paper wire. So we've got just that little one there. So we've gone out, in, then that sunflower is out. So now we're going to just bring these two in a similar position as what they are up above. And do the same triangular position. Just place that one. So we've got that same triangular position on the bottom as well. So that is our peonies in. I've only got 1, 2, 3, 4. So I may incorporate one in the centre of the bow. Of these little hellebores, or are they cosmos? I think they may be cosmos. So let's cut that little one off. Place that in the centre there. It's only small. So I'm just going to put some glue on the stem, and then I'm going to glue it to the bottom of the ribbon and let that just dry. So now I've got 3 of these, so I could bring one here, another one here, and maybe one on the outer side, just to add in that lovely little green colour. It's a beautiful colour. So let's just cut it. So I'm going to go in between the 2 peonies at the bottom. Do I bring them there? Yeah. I'm going to do that. I'm going to bring it there. Could. Just where the sunflower is, just place it there in between the 2 peonies. Not flat down, you know, slightly higher up. And the same there, and then I will bring one under, or because we've got that one there, I don't want to have it right next to it, so I'll just bring one under the sunflower on the outer side. And then I'm going to get another piece of ruscus. So I need a piece to go there. Under the sunflower, like I said, it's just looking a little bit like I'd forgotten to place in some foliage. That's better. So we've got those in now, and I've got the ruscus under here as well, so it doesn't look, you know, lonely. So everything now is all balanced in with the greenery. Excuse me. Now I've got tulips. Oh, I do like these. Now you can look where you think that they're best to be placed. I just wanted to add in some nice spring floral as well. So I'm going to place one on either end. So those two are spoken for. I'm going to bring two in here at the side of this bow, either side. So there and there. And then I've got one left. I could bring, mind you, that's the similar colour. I could place that in the centre with that. We'll see with that one. So let's get these ones in first. So that's got glue on the end. I'm just going to pull out from the rubber. I don't want to place in the rubber because it will melt. So I'm just going to pull out a tulip from its leaves. So and I'm going to place this just there, so the head is sticking out at the bottom, at the top. And then I'm going to do the same at the bottom. And the head sticking out as well. Now we'll move it around. We'll go either side of our ribbon. I'll just cut the ends off. I have to cut the ends off, guys, because I can't pull the tulip up otherwise, because it's glued to the bottom of the stem. Have I done? Let me just, I've pulled that out of its hold. So we'll do the same here. Either side. But I'm coming in with these. I put in a bit of glue on the stem because they're very thin. And I'm just going to have those sticking up like so. Like that. And then we've got the last one. Let's see, do I stick it in there with that? I'm placing it there. I'm going to go above where that bow is. I've got the peony at the bottom, as you can see. Well, I'm separating these two colours with that bow, so I'm going to place it in here, you know, so I've used all 5. So we're going to do that. So I'm going to look. Oh, its head fell off. Let me stick that on from that piece. Take off glue. Do it again. So let's look for a bit of the grapevine underneath. There we have it. That's closer to the bow. And then I'm going to lean it in like so. So it's separated from the peony at the bottom. Like that. Let's just have a look. Right, I need something there. I do quite like them two together, the tail ends. Right, I need some bits of filler foliage. I've got the berries anyway, so I could fill those in with the berries. So I've placed some of these on single picks as well. So let's just get rid of those. I'll save those. So where I can see little bits what I needed and gaps, I'm going to be placing some of these in. I don't know about the grass. Let me just get... Yeah, I may add some grass actually. Let me do the grass first. So then I can, the berries are not then hidden from sight. So I'm going to just, yeah. These are push-ups. I'm going to just stand up for this, guys. And I'm going to stick those up. Like so. So we've got spiky bits sticking up. And I'm going to place some on this side as well. a little bit loosey-goosey. I haven't pushed it right to the top, so let me just pull it out. Take the glue off and shorten the stem. I'm going to place a little bit more glue on this one. So make sure they're pulled all up. You don't have to use grass if you feel you'd like to use something different, you know, fern or anything like along those lines, you know, quite thin, or foxtail fern, you know, that would be nice as well. Placing one on each end. I'm going to bring one, you know, on the outer side. Just where the bow side is. Again, where I needed some foliage, extra foliage. And I may bring 2 more pieces, and I think that would be that. We don't need no more. So I'm going to bring one up where this hellebore, or cosmos should I say, is. Have a bit of the grass there, and then I'm going to do the same down here where the cosmos is down there. Just so that's 3 pieces, all on around the outer side. So and just then add that there. So now we've got our grass in. I mean, I could add a grass there and there because it's just around here. So yeah, let me do that. I can tell, otherwise I will probably shout at myself for not doing it. Let's just push them up. Just in there. I think that looks pretty there as well. Right, so that is now our grass in, and we will place in now our berries, and we're going to place these around. I may have to put some more on picks because they do come on a bunch like that, and they're on paperback, so I just basically pull them, that one's stuck together, pull them off like so and place them on picks. So let's start with this. I'm going to place one on each end, as I like to incorporate what we've got above or around on the ends as well. Like so. Oops, I nearly put all that stem in. So I'm going to basically take these, I mean, you can place them wherever you feel that there may be a little gap. But I'm going to place these where, you know, some of the grasses are that I've placed in. So it's not just a spiky look basically with the grass. You've got some softness with the round berries. Just break that up so it doesn't, they're not next to each other. I'm going to bring one with the tulip in the centre. I can get it in. There we go. So we've got one there as well. Now, these don't need to be glued on because there's nothing you can attach them with the glue. All I do is just dip that in because they've only got 2 wires, and I just hold that on and wrap around the stem. But I do place glue on just to hold it together with the pick. So that is another one. I may bring that one there because something's bothering me there. So I place one there. So we've got like a cluster of 3 there. 1, 2, 3. You can see 1, 2 and 3. So I may do that again. Up here. Let's get another one. Again, I just stick it onto the bit there, get these 2 wires. I can get one in my hand. Wrap it around where I've got the glue, so it sticks to the glue. So with one of them, and the other I wrap down the stem. So it's like that. So I've got support above and at the bottom. I found one what's not got a berry on, so I'll just cut that little piece off. So I'm going to bring a little piece here as well. There we have it. So I'm not going to use any more of the berries. I've got the little calla lilies that I will place around the outer edge. I mean, you don't have to. You don't need them. I don't think they're needed, but I like movement. I like wispiness, just to give it a bit of something, you know, extra. And again, I always say, if you, by adding things, if it doesn't add any more interest, then stop. I've got some oddments here. Then stop. 1, 2, 4, 5. I always, you know, say that, because otherwise you'll be placing more elements in, and you could be wasting your money, you know, or your budget, because there's nothing more you could add in to make it any better than what it is. So once I've placed these, I mean, these add a little bit extra interest around the edge, but then I won't be adding anything more up above here. Maybe a little bit of filler foliage there, because that area is still bugging me where that tulip is. So I may need to add just a little bit extra there. So I'm going around the sides with these. And I don't mind these being longer than our boundary or our line, because they're wispy. They're just, as I say, they tend to be see-through. The customer doesn't tend to focus on those more. They tend to focus on the top and what's around. So I'm a true believer of if you place in wispy bits, the customer will spot them perhaps later on, after they've looked at it fully, at their arrangement, and then they'll spot them, but they will spot the bigger floral first. And plus, just a little bit of wispiness, it gives that natural look and that movement, you know, to your wreath, and I'm all up for that. So that is, don't need no more. We'll place that peony with the white ones. So that is our project, guys, done for today. I will, let me just fluff up our bow now. Oh, mind you, I wanted a little bit of foliage. Where's that? Right. I've got some smaller pieces of the euphorbia, what I've got oddments. I'm going to place those in. I've cut one off, two, just dot these few around just to fill in. Oops, I can't get that off. So I've cut these off, so I've got them like that, and they're going to fill in that space there, because that is irritating me there, and also around here. So they will fill in, they're the right colour. So let's just get these placed in. So one. And if you know, get your filler foliage, use it, you know, to place in. If you've got scraps of filler foliage, you know, you could use that as well. Just fill those. Let's get, there's one here. So yeah, things like that. perfect for just filling in those little pieces of gaps. Unless you're doing a design where you can see the grapevine, because some people like that, where they can see the grapevine. I think another two. And then I'm going to take one under here. So there's a cluster of like 3 we've placed in there. There. And fluff up our bow. Now we've done that. So that is definitely our arrangement completed. In our lovely sagey greens and cream colours, which makes a lovely spring, summer, and maybe keep it out till autumn. I mean, greens, they're there all year round, guys, so you know, well, not all year round, some are evergreens, yeah. So that is what we've created today, just by using some beautiful green sunflowers and our tulips and peonies, a bit of calla lily, oh, I couldn't say it then, calla lily, calla lily and things like that. Let me get the our easel and I'll bring the camera up. Let's place it on there. Let's get the hook. Let's make sure it's not too far up. Let's bring it down a little bit. So I'll just place it there. Oh, that's very pretty from here, guys. Very pretty. Let's just, I'm coming back a little bit with the camera, guys, so you can see the majority of it. I think one thing what's irritating me, you may have noticed it, this is lent forward instead of staying backwards where it should be. So let's just see when I come out again. It's a bit tall. So let me bend that stem, what belongs with it. I think that might be better. So again, let me check. Always check. Yeah, that's better. Always check your work. Come out, you know, stand up back from it check that it looks pretty, you know, and nothing like I've just noticed that was a bit tall. It needed moving or bending over to lower it, because we didn't want, you know, as soon as I looked at it, I spotted it immediately. So if I did, the customer probably would as well, or whomever, you know, you've made it for. So I hope you like that. I love doing green because it's my favourite colour anyway, but I love doing greens and whites. You know, I think it's a refreshing colour, you know, with it being sage green, it's a beautiful green. It doesn't matter really what colour green, I just love it. And by adding just different tones of green as well will always complement your arrangement, instead of, you know, unless again, like I say, that's what you require is just one specific type of greenery. For example, if it's the eucalyptus silver dollar and you don't want any more in, that's fine. But on the silver dollar, it's got a hint of, or another tone like a grey colour in with it, so that makes it beautiful on its own, you know. But it doesn't really matter. But when you are adding different, you know, different foliage, always, you know, try to add different tones to give, you know, it that lovely interest and that, you know, beautiful contrast against all of the other, you know, greenery. I've got the sage green in the Himalayan maidenhair fern, but I've got the dark green in the ruscus. I've got the cream and white in the euphorbia. And in the grasses, I've just got the really dark green in those, you know, and then the berries, I've got like a light green with a hint of grey and a tiny little bit of pink in them. You know, things like that, all your tones. And with the, by adding the green sunflowers, and then I added these cosmos. The cosmos are not the same tone, you know, as the sunflower. They're slightly more of a limey green, but only a soft lime green, not a, you know, vibrant. And then by adding your cream coloured peonies, but then adding a milky white tulip, you know, it gives it again a different tone, so which makes it look more beautiful. And then the pure white calla lilies, so again that gives it them contrast and more interest, you know, to against what you've done, and more pleasing to the customer's eyes, you know, because the most important thing that, you know, and it's a fact, the most important thing that to a person when they're buying anything like this, real flowers, artificial, is the colour. That is the most important thing to a customer. You know, they always look for a colour because they have a colour in mind, what they're looking for, you know, or what they want. I could go and say, oh, I want yellow flowers. So I know what colour I want, you know, so it is a colour, which is, you know, the most important thing. So by having different tones compensate each other, and the contrast against everything else, it's just beautiful. Just beautiful, guys. So if you feel you can do something and you've got a different colour than a yellow or, you know, sunflower, I have got teal coloured sunflowers, I've got bright orange, I've got a deep burgundy sunflowers as well. I've also got cream coloured sunflowers. So, you know, as well as yellow. So you can buy all different coloured sunflowers. If you've got a different colour to the, you know, the yellow, then try it. Try it with, you know, something, and you've got probably an orange sunflower. Try it with different tones of, you know, whites or creams to go with it, or maybe yellows to go with the orange, you know, and different tones. Place them together, you know, to bring them alive, you know, so to speak. So you can get berries in all different colours as well. Incorporate those, add a bit of green berry with the red, with the orange and yellows. That will show up and that will, you know, add interest. So just things like that. And with your greenery, bring in spiky greenery, you know, like the grasses, then bring in soft leaf greenery, you know, like the ruscus, which is soft looking, you know, and then you've got your boxwood, which is very sort of like a spiky bit. This one is anyway. And then you've got your fern, which is airy, bringing different textures, you know, to go along with it, which all adds to the arrangement and makes it more pleasing to the eye. Again, unless you just want one specific thing. So I hope you enjoyed that, guys. And again, you don't need a bow if you don't want to place a bow in. I could have carried on going all the way around, but again, I've got a customer coming in 10 minutes, so I've made it in time. But I have to do a video, I can't not. So I hope you like this colour. I hope you think it's really pretty, you know, and if you want to do it in this colour, give it a go, or whatever colour you may want to choose, guys. And enjoy and have fun. Don't rush, you know, take your time. I may have rushed a little bit more today because, you know, I've been doing it years. I've been doing it many years. But I can go quicker than that, but, you know, when I'm off camera. So, but enjoy. Just basically enjoy it, guys, and have fun. I'm sure you'll make something really beautiful and stunning for whomever or for yourselves. But God bless. Please subscribe, share and like to everybody who you know. Bring them along. Come and join our big global family and have fun and have some wonderful ideas and wonderful colour choices. So take care. God bless. I love you all. Bye for now. Bye-bye. So let's just have a little close up. So there's, oh, here we go with the phone again, guys. I don't know what's wrong. Right. I'm leaving it on where there's a light on. You'll probably get a better, there, oh, I don't know. Let's get it with the more natural light. Take it off, one moment. There. There's the sage green, beautiful sunflowers with the berries with a hint of pink, if you can see, look, just a tiny little hint, which adds to the character of the wreath, because the peonies, I've also got a little hint of pink around the tips of the petals. So it blends in with that perfect. And then you've got your beautiful tulips, your lovely little calla lilies with your euphorbia, and then your ruscus, and then some other similar type of euphorbia but a smaller leafed one, and then your grasses, your lovely spiky grasses, your sage green Himalayan maidenhair fern. It's not the maidenhead fern, guys. Some people thought I meant the maidenhead. No, it's a different one. This is the maidenhead fern is slightly different to the maidenhair fern. So, and then, you know, we've added in our beautiful cosmos at the bottom as well. Doesn't that look divine? And then our pretty bow with all just greenery on it, where the ruscus is and eucalyptus, and then our beautiful sage green plain burlap ribbon as well. So I hope you enjoyed that, guys, and I hope you give it a go in any colour, but just enjoy and have fun. Take care, and I'll see you tomorrow. Bye for now.